Okay, so what I'm going to show here is how to do an elevated pinch wrap. This works especially well with things like bucktail and squirrel for hair wings. So what you want to do is get your hair, clean it out very, very well, select the amount that you want. You're going to have your thread. I've just got it here in the middle, but you're going to put it, it's typically up front, wherever it is that you want it. You're going to get your distance set right on top of the hook shank. Now what you want to do is pinch the actual shank and your hair tail at the same time, leaving a gap here. Now this hair is kind of exceptionally long, so I'm going to trim off the end just so I can work around it and you can see it. What you're going to do is you're going to come up and you're going to slide your thread in between your thumb and your index finger. Come around, let that thread come right off of your nail. You're going to come up, do it a second time, and let go, pinching tightly with your thumb and your index. Then you can let go of that and you can just set your hair down in place. And if you do it carefully, it'll hold. Now, to keep it holding, what you want to do is on your third turn, come up, pull up, put a loose wrap over the top, and we're going to put about 3 or 4 of these in directly over the top. All of your tension should come from the bottom side. As you're coming over the hair, there should be no tension on your thread whatsoever. To cut the hair, what you want to do is once you have about 4 or 5 turns in and you've checked it to make sure it's in the place that you want it, just lift straight up into the rear and you'll place your scissors right on top of the back of your thread base at the initial tie-in point, and you'll trim. Now what this will do is this will create a tapered effect to where you can just simply tie it in and make your head or whatever. This is a pretty long one, head that is. I'm just kind of showing so you guys can see it. We'll do the same thing with squirrel here real quick. Just to show you, it does work on fine hair too. So here's some squirrel that I've cleaned out. You just want to make sure that you've cleaned out whatever you're using, and you can use tons of materials to do this, not just hair, but all kinds of stuff. But just want to make sure if you're using hair, it's super cleaned out. You don't have any under fur or anything else. Get your hair amount, leave a gap, pinch both. This is my left thumb, left index. I'm going to lift up, over. I'm going to slide it around in between the hook eye, pulling it tight, pinching, slide it down, come up, pinch. I'm going to let go. You can see that I've got, sorry I had a bug on me. Whoop. You can see that I had it all in hand. Whoop, slid on me. And then you just set it down right on top. As you come around, pull your tension up. No tension over the top. Tension coming around to the bottom. 3 or 4 times. Check to make sure it's where you want it. Now in super fine hair, something you can do, what I do quite often, is because the hair is just so fine and it likes to slide around, I'll take a drop of super glue. I'll gently brush up onto the fine hair. I just didn't have another hand available at the moment, but usually what I'll do is when I do that, I'm holding this hair up in the up position so that the brush is coming just up to the tie-in point, the original tie-in point, and barely brushing up onto it. So any excess glue you have is running back down into the thread, into the tie-in point, and not up into your wing. And then it'll be the same thing. Sorry, I'm being attacked by bugs. It's midsummer. You're going to fold up and over. Place your scissors right in the middle. I'm sorry, right at the beginning of your tie-in point. I know these are some big scissors. I use these for hair. And it'll cut a taper in for you. Now, if you're up by the head like this, you may need to get a smaller pair of scissors to come in and keep the taper going. Start with the top fibers back towards the thread, and you'll just have to kind of taper it slowly. The better you get at this, you can usually just make it one cut. I'm just kind of trying to show you few variations of things that you can do, because it's not necessarily the easiest technique to learn, although it's fairly simple once you get the hang of it. And so now my hair is locked in place, my wing is locked in place. If you want your wing to sit a little bit more upright and it's not quite doing what you want it to do, take your bodkin with just a touch of super glue or your head cement, just right on the tip, lift your wing up. Got some bucktail there too. Come right underneath and rub it in. Very little. And then what that'll do is it'll start to soak into that hair, and you can just hold it in the up position for a few moments, and then your wing will start to stand up. Again, when you do that with your wings, make sure that you're holding your wings up so your glue is going back down, not into your wing. Anyway, I hope that helped, and happy tying, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time.